Welcome back, Pack, to a Click Team tutorial. This will be over mobile gaming instead, something new to the channel. It's just a brief overview of the joystick control object and how to put a joystick onto your mobile game, say you're making a platformer. It's actually fairly simple. The first thing, one way to do it is not using the controller. You can just go ahead and use, here it is, um, joystick settings under the mobile, and this is under both iOS and Android. Just go to Android since it's a bit easier. Um, you'll click on the frame that you want to incorporate the joystick in and just select what device. The touch joystick is the built-in joystick, so you won't have to do anything coding wise like you would with the controller. You'll just have to check if you want one or both buttons, but it limits your control over the object. Um, if you control by an extension, you will need the joystick controller extension, and you get a bit more freedom. For example, as you can see, I have a starter frame command, and I have the joystick set up. What you'll do is you'll go to joystick or touch joystick, start to stop joystick, and what that allows you to do is toggle if you want, for say, the joystick to actually be visible. One means you'll actually have the joystick overlaying on your game. Zero will make it disappear if you don't need it. For example, I don't need it for Brotastic since I'm just running. There's no movement involved whatsoever. Um, Same thing for the buttons. This is the first button, second button, and then left-handed mode flips the controls. I believe the default is the joystick on the left and the two buttons on the right, and it will just swap those placements. Now you can also right click and set the positions of the buttons. We'll bring this up, and you can pick the actual dimension, or let's say you have something in the frame that kind of represents where you want it. You can use the relevant to. I'm not going to actually use it since I don't have anything. This is just a quick overview, but you will see that it places the coordinates in relevance to the object that you selected. And that's about it. If you want to change the imagery, you'll click on the application, and or for Android you'll scroll down to images, and it will be under joystick image, and these are the default images that come with the controller. Fire button 1, and then when it's pressed, fire button 2 when it's pressed, the back of the controller, and this is the actual piece that moves on the controller. And then for iOS, it's still in the same properties tab, but it's all the way down at the bottom after all these application icons and image launchers for different types of iPhones. And that's really about it. There's not much to the joystick controller itself. It's mostly programming the joystick, and a lot of your programming is going to come from right here, depending on how you program, that is. But for example, joystick, read joystick state, and then here's your buttons. So let's say we press button 1, and then we'll have some code, or read joystick state, repeat while joystick is pressed, and let's say while we're pressing 2, it'll continue to read that input. And I don't think there's really anything inside. Yeah, there's nothing inside the actual events that you'll need to use. You might not. It depends on your applications. Like maybe you want to ignore control during um, something. Like say you want jump to be jump and climb, and if you're over something that you have to climb, you want to ignore the control for jump. Just small things like that. But hopefully I will start uploading every other week. I'm gonna move away from Firefly. I'll still give some tips and such, but I'm working with Danny over at Click Team to put Firefly in a central location for learning on the Clickverse Academy. If you guys want to check that out, I'll try to leave a link in the description below. But it's basically just a school that you can pay. It's a one-time fee that you have to pay, and you'll get assets. You'll get a whole bunch of tutorials. If you join the Discord, there's a lot of people that will help with any problems that you might be having if you're not already in the Discord. I'll try to leave a link for that as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. I will see you guys in the next video.